A daughter is the happy memory of the past, the joyful moment of the present, and the hope and the promise of the future. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आप सुन रहे हैं रेडियो 91.2 ज्योतिर्गमय पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी का अपना कम्युनिटी रेडियो स्टेशन और मैं किरण आपका स्वागत करती हूँ टू द शो हमारी बेटी. मैम, टू बी अ representative for the women in the university, how does it feel? How has your journey been?
It feels great. Actually, I started out in this university as a postgraduate student. I did my MA in political science, then I carried on for MPhil and did PhD in political science. And my supervisor was the founder director of the Center for Women's Studies. So somehow I got involved in all the activities which she was involved in and gradually got pulled into women's studies. So that is how I sort of entered into women's studies, sort of through a side door, not directly. But then gradually we got posts in the center. Earlier there were no vacancies, so I got the post of a research officer, from where I moved on to a reader, and now I'm a professor. So I've been here in this university since 1985.
जी.
Our aim is not just teaching, not just research, but to bring about a total holistic change in the status of society as such,
जी.
which we can do only by changing women's position in society.
जी. In the current scenario, what do you think is the stature of the women in our society?
Well, the current stature of women is very evident from the newspapers.
जी.
Every day when you open the newspaper, the first thing you will read is so and so woman has been raped.
जी.
A 2-year-old girl was found raped. A father, a real father, was raping his own child. The baby was found with bite marks all over her face. You'll find a stepfather or a cousin or a chacha, taya. That is what is happening. That is one way of looking at the status.
जी.
Another aspect of this is the declining sex ratio,
जी.
where we find the girl child is just being killed right in the womb. She's not even being given the right to take birth. आगे तो उसके अधिकार कहाँ जाएंगे? उसके अधिकार से तो वो टोटली वंचित रह जाएगी.
जी.
सो यहाँ से जहाँ हमारे अधिकार शुरू होने हैं, जहाँ हमने इस दुनिया की this we have to breathe the air of this earth,
जी.
and we are not allowing our daughters even to do that. The ones who are giving life are themselves becoming the takers of life over here. So वहाँ what kind of status do we look at? Definitely we are looking at a higher literacy level. We're looking at more participation of women in politics, in decision making. The 73rd and 74th Amendment Acts have brought in women into Panchayati Raj and urban local bodies.
जी.
But at the same time, we are also witnessing an increasing violence, increasing sort of, I would call it terrorism against women. The way women are being beaten, raped, killed. So both ways we are increasing. We are improving in status in one direction.
जी.
At the same time, we are making sure that women are unable to step out of their house and think that I'll be back home safely.
जी.
And our daughters are unable to even think about moving out after dark. We are always scared about them. That is the reason why we have to download mobile apps which are for the security of girls.
जी.
Otherwise, why would we need those? In a situation where we are talking of higher literacy, greater political participation, we are saying women are empowered, there are so many laws being made for women. Why do we need all this?
जी.
We need it because we are at the same time not able to ensure their security.
शो चल रहा है हमारी बेटी और आज इस शो पे हमारे साथ हैं मनविंदर कौर, चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट कम सेंटर फॉर वुमेन स्टडीज एंड डेवलपमेंट पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी. मैम, ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले आपने बताया द डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स एंड द डबल situation for women. How do you think anybody on the individual level can contribute or can improvise this situation?
We can't only talk about improvising the situation. Here we are looking at a holistic improvement in the status of women.
जी.
So if we think कि okay हम declining sex ratio को रोक देंगे और बाकी status जो है उसको एज इट इज़ चलने दें तो वो नहीं हो सकता. क्योंकि आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल कि अगर डिक्लाइनिंग चाइल्ड सेक्स रेशियो, हमारी सरकार क्या कर रही है, अल्ट्रासाउंड मशीन सील कर देती है, डॉक्टर्स के खिलाफ स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन ले रही है.
जी.
लेकिन वो जो मेंटालिटी है विच इज़ एंटी गर्ल चाइल्ड, एंटी गर्ल्स, उस मेंटालिटी को जब तक हम नहीं चेंज करते तब तक डिक्लाइनिंग सेक्स रेशियो का फिनोमिनन जो है वो ख़त्म नहीं होने वाला. बिकॉज अगर हम डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जाएंगे, अल्ट्रासाउंड नहीं करवाएंगे, तो वील एंड अप गोइंग टू क्वैक्स. बिकॉज आफ्टर ऑल हमें, हमारी मेंटालिटी ये है कि हमें लड़की नहीं चाहिए. और स्पेशली इफ द फर्स्ट बॉर्न इज अ गर्ल, देन द सेकंड बॉर्न शुड नॉट बी अ गर्ल, दैट शुड डेफिनेटली बी अ बॉय, or we will stop after only one child.
जी.
So when that kind of a situation is there, then we need more empowerment for women. And empowerment has to be holistic. It can't be just education, because our statistics also reveal कि जहाँ पे education ज़्यादा है वहाँ पे female feticide भी ज़्यादा है. So it is not just education, it is work, it is holistic empowerment, it is change in the mindset. So anybody who's working for women's empowerment has to basically be working along a very holistic kind of a thing. You can't just take one issue and start working only on that issue, because it's kind of like a wire mesh. जाल जो है, तो जाल को पूरा काटना पड़ेगा हमें, जाल की एक तनी काटने से कुछ नहीं बनने वाला. So we have to work primarily at changing the mindset, at sensitizing both men and women towards the women's issues, making sure that it is imbibed in them thoroughly. And from there we can carry on. One major study which our department had carried out somewhere around 1990 was a study on the status of girl child and women in girl child and family in Punjab and Chandigarh, in which it was revealed that the low status of women and girl child, which was continuing right from independence and till today. We also, that was one part. I mean, research is one part in which we are highlighting. This research is feeding into the policy, and for example, we did a study on, there was this Chandigarh administration scheme, Apni Beti Apna Dhan. So we did a study on that. We found out that this Apni Beti Apna Dhan scheme is not able to fulfill its objectives because the persons who are supposed to implement it have no idea of the status of girls. So we went to the Chandigarh administration, we met the finance secretary, and he immediately asked our department to carry out a gender sensitization program for the implementing persons. These were the Anganwadi workers. So we had these gender sensitization programs for them. But unluckily, we did not receive any funds to carry out a review after some time to see whether it had any effect or not. So this is how it can feed into the policy. This is one thing which we are doing. Another is the gender sensitization programs which we do. We have done gender sensitization programs for all levels of panchayat functionaries, for the urban local bodies. In fact, that was with the British Council. It was a kind of, we were aiming to cover the entire Punjab, but then due to certain circumstances it was stopped. Then we restarted it again with the government of Punjab. Again, the government changed and the program went haywire. But that is also what we were doing. So we are carrying on gender sensitization. Recently, we've also been doing gender sensitization of students in the university. We are doing that in various colleges also. And we hope to be able to do that with the schools in the near future. We are closely associated with the Department of Women and Child Development of Chandigarh. And they have this Women's Resource Center with which we are associated, and whatever program they conduct, we are part and parcel of that. So we are doing a lot of gender sensitization programs in association with them, and they have in fact asked us to do a gender sensitization program for the Anganwadi workers once again, because ab number बढ़ गया है उनका. So that is another thing which we are doing. Even through our post-graduation and PhD programs, our basic aim is not just to teach the students about women's studies. So it's not just theoretical. Our students participate actively in all the seminars, all the gender sensitization programs, all the programs which we conduct. So we are hoping to make each of our student a kind of ambassador for women's rights, so that they can carry the message to wherever they belong. and we can spread the word, with that.
जी मैम, आपने ब्रेक से पहले बात करी थी लॉज और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के बारे में.
Hmm.
जिस तरह के लॉज गवर्नमेंट दावा करती है, वेरी स्ट्रिंजेंट एंड वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट लॉज फॉर द प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ वुमेन, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू इसकी ग्राउंड रियलिटी क्या है?
लॉज हमारे पास बहुत हैं. इनफैक्ट इंडिया हैज़ द हाईएस्ट नंबर ऑफ लॉज फॉर वुमेन across the world, because we have been framing laws. We had a very strong women's movement which forced the government to enact laws like the Dowry Protection Act,
जी.
even the rape law,
जी.
which came after a case in which policemen raped a woman who was brought in for questioning.
जी.
So apart from that, we have laws. We have laws which are guaranteeing equal rights for women, and some of these laws were enacted even before such laws were enacted in USA and UK. So that is there. But what is happening is that there are a lot of loopholes.
जी.
And our culture, our socio-cultural setup is such, it prevents women from coming out and protecting their rights, from seeking their rights.
जी.
For instance, the Domestic Violence Act 2005, that is giving women equal right to stay in the house, to go protest. But when you tell the women that आप protest करो, why don't you go to the police? You can protect your rights. They say सानू गलत, why are you giving us wrong advice? Why are you telling us to break our families?
Yes.
How can we break our families? And recently I had gone to my village, and there I came across a woman who had been beaten by her husband with a spade. And in fact, there was literally a portion of her arm which was missing. I mean, that flesh was missing from her arm. So when I told her, I said, why don't you just go to the police and protest, or at least you can threaten your husband कि ये हमारे लिए ये कानून बना हुआ है, तो I can go to the police. And in fact, I told them, like, I'll just, all of you come and I'll just give you a brief gist of this law. The next day, all those women just vanished. They just refused to come. से गलत चीज़ें सानू सिखांदी है. So that is part of that, because they have been ingrained right from childhood. I mean, that is part of their socialization, that husband is your pati parmeshwar.
जी.
You can't go against him. He has the right to beat you. Even when the woman is earning and the husband is just sitting at home drinking alcohol or play or gambling, and he has the right to take all their earnings and spend it howsoever he wills. So they're willing to take the beating just because that socialization is such.
जी.
And they are not willing. I mean, it is going to take a long time to change that thinking from particularly in the rural areas.
जी.
It's going to take a long time to change.
Ma'am, your message to the women of our society.
There is a women's movement song which says, तू खुद को बदल, तभी तो ज़माना बदलेगा. जब तक हम अपनी थिंकिंग को नहीं बदलेंगे, तब तक हम ज़माने को नहीं बदल सकते. So my message would be this only, कि we need to change ourselves. When we change ourselves, we will be able to change society. And that is, we have to begin with one individual. We can't just start big. If I'm able to change even one person, that is a big achievement. So even in our women's studies workshops, when we conduct these gender sensitization workshops also, we say कि हम इसमें से 100 में से 5 लोगों की भी mentality बदल लें तो हम अपने आप को 100% successful मानते हैं.
जी.
So we need to bring about change. We need to change our own thinking, and the moment we do that, we will achieve success.
जी. जी. So listeners, like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the society. It was a pleasure talking to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.